To cut out your wafer paper, depending on what pattern you are trying to cut out, usually we have a lot of flower designs that comes in using circle. We also have some that comes in teardrops. We have some that comes in circles like this. We also have some that comes out in teardrops like this using your rose cutter. I like using the things I already have at home instead of getting new equipment. You know, as bakers, we always have to buy tools and utensils all the time. So I try to use the available ones I have already to make these flowers. So to cut out this circle, the first thing to do is you place your template and then you mark it. I'm marking with my biro, but I'll be cutting it out at the end of the day, so it won't be showing. So here I have my circle marked on my wafer paper. I'm marking at the back. So I marked the back of my wafer paper. You can see this is our front. Instead of marking the front, you mark the back. And then I'll be cutting it out now. So to cut it out, you can since you are working with a circle, just cut it straight, a stripe. Cut out a stripe from the mark you already made, and then you start cutting it in smaller pieces. So after cutting that long stripe, you will cut a smaller one, bringing out the exact circle size that looks like a square, and then you use that as your guide to cut out the other sizes, to cut out the other patterns, I mean. So you cut out all the other patterns and then you will now trace it out. So you can see how easy it is to just cut out your pattern. This is for the circle pattern. So now if you want to trace it out on the paper, just assemble it together. I actually advise that you cut in 4 pieces. It's easier that way so that you don't damage your wafer paper, and then you trace it out. You trace out the circle. Mind you, when you are cutting it, cut inside your mark, so that that mark you made on the wafer paper will not be showing once you are done with your flower. So you cut from inside the mark you drew earlier on. This is making wafer paper flower is about craft. You know, you're crafting out beautiful things, so you also need your creativity. You should unleash your creativity. Don't say because this is what I was taught, this is exactly how I'll do it. You can also be flexible about it and make beautiful creations from it. So this is our circle. I'll also be showing you another shape which I use for my peony. I would like to use a bigger shape for better illustration. So you mark your, I use my teardrop cutter for my peony, and once I trace it out, I'll also cut it just like I did for the circle. Try to be as straight as possible so that you don't end up wasting your wafer paper. And then once I cut out the stripe, I would cut out a square with the marked template. So for my peony petals, I use free hand. I use free hand for, I just eyeball it and then I cut. So the first thing is to first cut out my teardrop shape from the wafer paper. Remember to always cut inside your mark. That's inside the mark you made on your wafer paper, so that the biro will not be showing, or the pencil, as the case may be. But mind you, if you are using a pencil, make sure the pencil is not too sharp, so that it doesn't puncture your wafer paper. And then I want to just do a free hand cut for my peony. You know, the peony usually has rough edges, so I'll start from one edge. So this is what I cut out from it for the peony. So that is how to go about the cutting of any wafer paper template you want to work with, any pattern. So you can also do a freehand cut without a template. For example, I'd like to make a leaf kind of pattern. So I'm just cutting out a stripe, and then, okay, let me try and make 4 out of this. Folded into 2, and then folded into 2 again to make 4. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll just go in and cut a freehand shape, like I'm cutting a leaf. And there you have it. So the possibilities with wafer paper are endless. You just need to practice on your own, come out with different ideas, be creative. As I said earlier, unleash your creativity. Don't be rigid. Don't say this is what I was taught and this is the only thing I can do. You can always come up with different ideas and different designs.